Welcome back, everybody. Appreciate you tuning in. If you remember in our last video, we had some concern about excessive frame flex. And if you remember, took a bunch of measurements, asked for you guys' opinions. And I contacted the factory and they told me that movement was within specifications. So the more I thought about it, I needed to know what was under there. So I end up taking the Filon down, the Rudy Poo insulation they had in there out, and started doing some checking. So we'll head outside here in a minute and I'll show you what I found. There are definitely some cracks in the frame. Up towards the very front, and they were all on the door side of the RV. So anyway, we'll head out, show you what I found, and we'll come back in and garage here where I got some heat going, and discuss my plan. So let's go outside and check this out. Okay, finally got this Filon off, and if I can get this thing to focus, I'll show you what I found here. I don't know if you can see, so there's a crack there, as you can see, and up underneath there it's all cracked. That weld is cracked right there. Now I did manage to close up the gap. You could see daylight through there. So between this and this. But I found all these sidewall screws. Every one of them was loose. So I tightened them all up. I think I have a plan. Now, I don't know if you can see here, but try to put some light on it there. Okay, the top mark is with the kingpin unloaded, and the bottom mark is the amount of movement with the kingpin loaded. Now, I measured it with a machinist rule, and that was 5/16 of an inch. But I looked all up through there. I didn't see anything else cracked. Some of these screws were loose, and I got some rust. But as you can see, I had some water intrusion here. So I think that came from this separating and water getting back in there. So anyway, I'm going to get that repaired. I know what to do about that. I'm still debating on what I'm going to do with this frame over here. It's the only place I saw was those three spots, and there's like a little tack weld up in front of this. It just don't look like they, I don't know if you can see it right there. That split, I can close that up. That's right there. Now, if I had a way to take the front cap off by myself, I'd be in there. But anyway, I think I have hope I'm not making you dizzy. I think I'm going to get me a piece of angle and notch it out to go in here and underneath, or go in here and underneath here, bring it all the way back, notch it here to go under here and catch both of these to reinforce this. So this break right here, not quite sure. Might weld that up and then put me a plate around it, or just bring one plate all the way back. I ain't real sure yet, so trying to figure it out. If you have any ideas, let me know. Okay guys, that's what I found. It's pretty aggravating and very discouraging. Sherry is pretty upset. So she's just ready to throw in the towel and just be done with the whole thing. If you know what we went through with the paint and stuff, which I'm still working on that video because it's a long video and I am embarrassingly inept at all this technology. So, but anyway, I've decided I'm going to fix it. Whether I can ultimately fix it properly, or if I can just get it good enough to where I feel safe taking it someplace and to have it done properly. I know in the last video I told you, I'm not worried about welding. I can weld. Well, now that I've looked at that up underneath there, when I said I could weld, I wasn't thinking about all that is overhead welding, and I haven't done any real overhead welding for probably 30 years. So I still think I'm going to get up in there and fabricate me some steel and get up in there and weld up those cracks and put some support plates over that stuff what I can reach. I'm probably going to have to cut out some of the front cap under there, which ain't no big deal. I'll just patch that back up, but it's pretty aggravating and pretty depressing. So I'm also going to have to get inside and see if there's any kind of lag bolts that go through the frame up there in the bedroom. I'm not looking forward to that. I stuck my head in there and started to pull the carpet back and all that, and I just, I don't know if it's worth all that or not. So anyway, I'll keep you posted as I get this repair rolling there. Unfortunately, I just don't have the knowledge or the equipment to set everything up while I'm actually doing the repair. So I will stop and show you progress as I can. If I think about doing it, my brain sometimes just I get into something and then I just continue till I'm done or too wore out to continue. So appreciate you tuning in. Hope everybody's being safe out there, and tune in for the next one. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel and to check us out on Facebook. Thanks again for watching.